So on Sunday we read something about Prabhupada, his wonderful achievements and character. So today we're going to read from a very interesting book. It's called Personified. Donc on va lire des différents souvenirs de Prabhupada, de différents dévots, qui montrent à quel point il se soucie, il se soucie de nous, la preuve. So it's a little section. So I'll do it bilingual, I'll read online. Who speaks only French? Qui parle seulement le français? Ok, mais il y a ceux qui sont là. Ceux qui sont là. What's that? Ok. Sweet Rose, July 1970, Mandakini. Who knows Mandakini? She's a French devotee, one of the first French disciples, une des premières disciples de Prabhupada. And Harinam, we went, I believe, 3 times on Harinam, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in evening, until night, to Piccadilly Circus. C'était à Londres. Donc, à des Harinam, on y allait 3 fois par jour, le matin, à midi et le soir. Au cercle Piccadilly, ça c'est à Londres. When we were coming, it was to take a little prasadam, or to see the arti, or to read Bhagavad Gita, and whatever scriptures we have. So we were fully absorbed. Donc quand on allait au temple, c'était pour prendre un peu de prasad, assister à l'arti ou lire le Bhagavad Gita et les écritures qu'on avait à l'époque. Donc on était complètement absorbés. So it was really our meditation, this Harinam. Donc c'était vraiment, ce Harinam, c'était vraiment notre méditation. We used to meditate on hearing and chanting the holy name, trying not to be distracted from all the crowd and all the shop windows. And actually we got so absorbed that everybody was feeling full of bliss and joy. Donc on avait l'habitude de méditer en écoutant et en chantant les salons. On essayait de ne pas être distrait par la foule qui est autour et les boutiques, les vitrines des boutiques. Et on était tellement absorbés qu'on était tous emplis de félicité et de joie. When we first joined and Prabhupada saw us dancing with our nylon, bright pink and blue saris, he was very kind. He said, "These young girls, they are just like flowers blowing in the wind." Donc quand Prabhupada, quand on joignait à Harinam et que Prabhupada nous voyait danser avec nos saris en nylon, rose vif ou bleu vif, il était très gentil et il disait, ces jeunes filles, elles sont comme des fleurs qui soufflent dans le vent. So, yeah, you see, at the beginning, there's still lots of Harinam, but that was the main activity during the day, going on Harinam and distributing invitations to the temple, leaflets and books. Donc au début, c'était l'activité principale d'aller à Harinam, chanter pour le bénéfice des âmes conditionnées et aussi donner des invitations du prasad. Voilà. Et Prabhupada était très très content de voir. Who went on Harinam yesterday? Wow, bravo. Okay, bravo, bravo. Huh? Yes, you get down. You can do it anywhere, even in your house, even to your neighbors, even going to the local market. On peut faire n'importe où. Ouais, c'est bien. Chanter des sonnants pour le bénéfice des inconditionnés. Sans aller regarder les vitrines. Qui c'est qui a fait du lèche-vitrine? Lèche-vitrine. Window shopping. Look at the...
Only for service.
Hein?
Only for service.
Only for service?
Yes.
Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Okay. So, March 1971, I don't know it is, in India somewhere. Tirelessly giving darshan. Kausalya Dasi, one of the first disciples. Surat. Surat is in Gujarat. Huh? Who knows? Who's been to Surat? Surat, Gujarat. The citizens of Surat would greet us with sandalwood paste and kumkum. And many times they would come and give us bananas and mangoes and whatever kind of fruit they have. Donc c'était la première fois que Prabhupada avait emmené ses disciples en Inde, justement, pour montrer aux Indiens les trésors qu'ils avaient chez eux, alors qu'ils étaient tous en train de vouloir imiter l'Occident. They all wanted to imitate the West. So Prabhupada said, okay, here, that's what the West doing, they're chanting Hare Krishna, so you can do it. And they had a tremendous welcome, you know, surtout à Surat. Ils ont été accueillis de façon spectaculaire, les gens. Il amenait de la pute de sandales, de kumkum, et ils apportaient des fruits, des bananes, des mangues, tout ce qu'ils avaient. Hein, voilà, c'est ça, ils réciproquaient. We were pulled into people's houses from the middle of Kirtan and offered a cold lassi or some sweets. Donc les gens, ils nous attiraient hors du Kirtan dans leur maison et ils nous offraient un lassi rafraîchissant et quelques sucreries. The whole town was just suffused with Krishna consciousness. The entire town was on fire with devotion. Donc la ville entière était infusée, saturée de conscience de Krishna. If you see the movie, vous avez vu des films? Il y a des films. Hein? It's amazing, you know. It's like the whole town, you know. They shut the whole town. Ils ont fermé toute la ville. Les écoles, tout était fermé pour que les gens puissent aller au Harinam. So people could go to the Harinam, see the parade. The entire town was on fire with devotion. Donc, la ville entière était en feu, dans le feu de la dévotion. They made us even more spiritual and more devotional. Donc cela nous a rendus plus spirituels et plus dévotionnels. We've done Harinam in many places, but the people made this an experience of a lifetime. Donc on avait fait Harinam dans beaucoup d'autres endroits, mais les gens là, ils avaient fait de cette expérience quelque chose d'unique. L'expérience unique dans une vie. Prabhupada was tireless. He would speak non-stop. He would greet the children and give them the little sweets. And he would sit for hours and have darshan with thousands of people. Donc Prabhupada était indéfatigable, comment on dit, inépuisable. Et il parlait sans arrêt. Il accueillait les enfants, il leur donnait des sucreries. Et il s'asseyait pendant des heures. Et il avait darshan avec des milliers de personnes. People were just so kind to us and so genuinely sweet. Donc les gens étaient très très gentils avec nous et très gentils de façon authentique. Voilà, c'est dur d'imaginer. It's hard to imagine this in France now. The entire town shutting down for the Harinam, and people coming from the houses giving whatever they had, sweets, fruits. So it was wonderful. Prabhupada, donc c'est dur d'imaginer ici en France, imaginez une ville entière qui ferme pour le Harinam, les gens qui sortent de leur maison, qui donnent des gâteaux, des fruits, enfin toutes sortes de choses, qui invitent les gens à rentrer et à leur parler, qui invitent les dévots à parler. Donc c'était très très spécial et c'était la première fois que Prabhupada était retourné en Inde avec ses disciples. It was the first time Prabhupada went to India, back to India with his disciples, because he had some heart problems, so he had to take care of it. And he took care of the hearts of the citizens. Surat, Gujarat. Somebody is from Gujarat here? No? Person du Gujarat. Yeah, because Prabhupada is so, he left India to give Krishna consciousness to the West. And then he did a full circle, He brought Krishna back to India because people were, as I said, they were starting to forget, trying to imitate the West. They forgot they had a treasure in their own country, treasure of Krishna consciousness, Bhagavad Gita, and the holy names. Donc voilà, Prabhupada, il avait un plan, il voulait donner Krishna au monde entier, mais même en Inde, les gens commençaient à vouloir se détourner, à imiter l'Occident, avec tout ce qui brillait, la technologie. Maintenant, en Inde, elle a bien imité. Malheureusement. Mais bon, en même temps, il y a la conscience de Krishna qui se fait. But at the same time, really spreading seriously in India. So, je regarde différentes pages. August 1973 to March 74. Indradyumna Swami. He was in France, Indradyumna Swami. Yeah? Were you here when you was here? Tu étais là quand il était en France? Indradyumna Swami. Ok, dur d'oreille. Ok, Indradyumna Swami. Later, during that visit to London, before Bhagavan and I went to Paris, Srila Prabhupada called us into his room to give us some more instructions and inspirations. And I was very much hoping at the time to receive a personal instruction from Srila Prabhupada. Donc, pendant sa visite à Londres, avant que Bhagavan et moi en aillent à Paris, Prabhupada nous avait appelés dans sa chambre et pour nous donner des instructions et de l'inspiration. Et j'espérais vraiment qu'il allait me donner une instruction personnelle. Prabhupada gave many general instructions, but of course, a disciple always hankers to have some personal interrelationship with his spiritual master and receive some special instructions. Prabhupada, bien sûr, il donnait beaucoup d'instructions générales et un disciple, il est toujours anxieux de recevoir une instruction, d'avoir des relations interpersonnelles avec son maître spirituel et de recevoir une instruction spéciale. I was a little shy to ask, but at one point I spoke up and said, Srila Prabhupada, could you give me some instruction? Donc j'étais un peu timide pour demander, mais à un certain point, j'ai parlé. Et j'ai dit, Prabhupada, est-ce que vous pouvez me donner une instruction? So Srila Prabhupada leaned over the desk at that time and looked at me in my eyes and he said, "Preach boldly and have faith in the holy name." Alors Prabhupada, il s'est incliné sur le bureau et il m'a regardé dans les yeux. Il a dit, prêche de façon audacieuse et foi dans les saints noms. I've always tried to follow that instruction of Srila Prabhupada as a guideline for the rest of my life. Et j'ai toujours essayé de suivre cette instruction de Srila Prabhupada pour me guider le restant de ma vie. I know, those who know the preaching activities of Indra Swami, I just finished reading one of his books again. He's so bold. He went to some very dangerous places in the world, to preach Krishna consciousness, just the holy name, and organized big festival in Poland, Festival of Poland, and the Baltic Sea. I don't know, 15 years. I don't know, many years. So did somebody go there to that festival? At some point, 3 girls, Gandharvika, she went with Malika and who else? Saraswati. The 3 girls, they went for the whole Polish festival. I mean, it's huge. It stopped, hein? It stopped the Polish Baltic Sea. Donc il a vraiment vécu selon cette instruction de Prabhupada, il a mené sa vie. Il a été très audacieux pour prêcher dans des endroits très difficiles, surtout dans les ex-pays communistes, après la chute du communisme, et même pendant. Et il a organisé un festival fantastique le long de la mer Baltique, en Pologne, qui a un succès phénoménal, c'était immense. 15 années de suite, il y avait so they had, a show, different booths, and prasadam, and dances, and theater, everything, they had everything. And summertime, many people got the mercy. He was invited by, what's the name, Jurek Oswald, one man, a Polish man, organizing a Woodstock festival. So the devotees were one of the main attractions in the Woodstock, like center stage. Donc ils étaient invités au festival de Woodstock en Pologne, organisé par Jurek Oswald, qui aimait beaucoup les dévots. Et Village of Peace, le village de la paix des dévots, c'était l'attraction principale. Voilà, l'instruction de Prabhupada de prêcher de façon audacieuse, de foi dans les saints noms. I've always tried to follow that instruction of Srila Prabhupada as a guideline for the rest of my life. I was so nervous at the time. I don't remember how I felt. I just felt blessed that Prabhupada would see me, notice me, and give me some instruction that could build the rest of my devotional career. Donc, j'étais nerveux à un moment, je ne me rappelle plus qu'est-ce que j'ai ressenti à ce moment, mais je me suis sentie bénie par Srila Prabhupada, qui me voyait, qui m'avait remarqué et qui m'avait donné une instruction que je pouvais, sur laquelle je pouvais construire toute ma carrière dévotionnelle. Then Prabhupada, to further encourage both of us, here in Bhagavan, he reached over to his door and gave me one of his dhoti, and he gave Bhagavan Das one of his undershirts, and he just smiled. Donc, Prabhupada, pour nous encourager encore plus, tous les deux, il est allé chercher dans son tiroir et il m'a donné un de ses dhoti, et il a donné Bhagavan une de ses chemises, et il a simplement souri. Voilà, recevoir to receive what the spiritual master's bonus is very special. Prabhupada. Who else got things from the spiritual matter, like Dodi, Chaga, socks, anything, it's very precious. Ce qu'on reçoit de notre vie spirituelle, c'est très précieux, surtout le Prabhupada. One time I was in Delhi and I was a little, I was serving my spiritual matter, a little depressed that day for some reason. Anyway, he saw me and later he called me in his office and he didn't say anything. He just gave me the kota Prabhupada to hold, That's all. So just to hold Prabhupada kota was there was a message, a message, and it was, I didn't have to say anything to raise my spirits anyway. Just to be in contact with Prabhupada was sufficient with his kota. Yeah, he saw Bhagavan, those who were there at the time. He was a leader for a long time in France. How long? Can you hear me? Yeah. No. Can you hear me, everybody?
Yes.
Good. Le dur d'oreille, hein? Hard to hear. T'as pas compris? Okay. So I was saying Bhagavan and Indradyumna were once some of the first leaders in France. And they did a lot, and anyway, things changed. We had many, many leaders. And okay, so let's see another one. 23. So, if you want to know more about the festival in Poland, you can ask Ganga. I was just mentioning that you went to the Polish festival when Indradyumna Swami, and it was, in fact, I wrote an article about it. I was doing a magazine at the time. If you want to read about it, I can. It's in French. And si vous voulez en savoir plus sur le festival de Pologne, allez voir. Il y a des articles dans le BTG, mais j'avais écrit un article en français pour le magazine français. Et vous pouvez voir aussi dans Back to God des reportages sur le festival de Pologne. Ça y est, 20 ans, il y a 20 years ago. 23. July 74. It doesn't say who's Janavir Goswami. In San Francisco, when Bhaktadas was president up there, he organized a special worship program for Prabhupada to raise funds. Donc à San Francisco, à l'époque où Bhaktadas était le président, il avait organisé un programme spécial pour soulever des fonds. It was auction of these different services like bathing his feet with milk or water or honey. Donc c'était, comment on dit, auction. Au plus offrant, celui qui offrait le plus, il pouvait baigner les pieds de Prabhupada avec du lait ou de l'eau ou du miel. Temple presidents could bid, and whoever bid the most got to do the service for Prabhupada. And at the end, all the money would be given to Prabhupada as a donation. Donc les présidents de temple, ils faisaient des... Comment on dit bid? Ils faisaient des paris, et celui qui faisait le plus gros pari, il pouvait faire ce service pour Prabhupada, et à la fin, tout l'argent allait à Prabhupada. Hein? I had a little bit of money from an inheritance, small inheritance, and one especially I wanted to win was bathing his feet with honey, because I thought that one would take longer, so I would be able to get more time serving Prabhupada, touching his feet than the other substances. Donc à l'époque, j'avais un peu d'argent d'un héritage, un petit héritage, mais ce que je voulais spécialement faire, c'était baigner les pieds de Prabhupada avec du miel, parce que je pensais que ça prendrait plus longtemps, hein, et j'aurais plus le temps de toucher les pieds de Prabhupada que si je l'avais fait avec d'autres substances. So at one advice, and while I was pouring the honey over Prabhupada's feet, I'm trying to stretch it out as long as possible. And Prabhupada said, hurry up. Donc j'essayais de faire durer le plaisir, c'est ce qu'elle veut dire. Mais Prabhupada, et donc j'allais au ralenti, mais Prabhupada a dit, dépêche-toi. So I had to go faster. Prabhupada was not enjoying being worshipped, as we might think that we would enjoy being worshipped. And we like to drag it out as long as possible. But he was doing it as a service. Prabhupada, il ne trouvait pas du plaisir à ce qu'on adore comme ça. Et on pense que si ça avait été nous, qui étaient adorés comme ça, on aurait été très contents. Et on aurait fait durer le plaisir le plus longtemps possible. Mais Prabhupada, il acceptait cette adoration comme un service que lui, il offrait. So you see the different consciousness, Prabhupada is not like, oh, everybody's worshipping me, I'm great, his ego getting big, like if it would happen to you, everybody's offering us flowers and all kinds of, and bathing us, Prabhupada, he did it as a service for a spiritual master, because, devotees have to learn how to worship the spiritual master, respect him. So, he did it like that, in this consciousness. Donc Prabhupada, c'est pas qu'il adorait être adoré, c'est ce qu'elle veut dire, avec toute cette paraphernalia, mais il le faisait comme un service pour enseigner à ses disciples comment honorer le maître spirituel. Allez. Ok, alors... 74. Somadas. Bali Mardan Prabhu said, Srila Prabhupada, in the Krishna book, it says that Krishna's palace was illuminated with the jewels on the walls. Donc, Bali Mardan dit à Prabhupada, dans le livre de Krishna, on voit que le palais de Krishna a été illuminé avec des joyaux sur les murs. Prabhupada lifted his cane up and waved it towards the devotees, and he said, "These devotees are my jewels." So Prabhupada a levé sa canne et il l'a dirigé vers les dévots et il a dit, ces dévots sont mes joyaux. So Prabhupada appreciated very much his disciples. There was a reciprocation, and that's what attracted Prabhupada. It attracted all these new devotees. I mean, they were hippies living in, taking drugs, intoxication, having a crazy life, But the character of Prabhupada attracted them. His love, because they felt somebody here who really loves me. He doesn't want to exploit me. He doesn't want to take anything from me. And Prabhupada even cleaning the pots at the beginning. Finally, one day, somebody said, "No, maybe I can wash the pot." Oh, Prabhupada said, "Oh yeah, thank you very much for thinking about it." Au début, les dévots, Prabhupada il faisait tout. Il cuisinait, he was cooking, even washing the pots. Il avait les pots. Jusqu'au jour où il y a un dévot qui a dit, est-ce que je peux le faire? Il s'est porté volontaire. So Prabhupada showed a perfect example of service. Selfless service and motivated service. Served his own disciples. Yeah. Vishala does. I brought my wife to Bombay with me and I said to Srila Prabhupada in front of her, Srila Prabhupada, the brahmacharis for years have kind of criticized the women, saying they're less intelligent, their brain is smaller, they're lusty, things like that. Is that true? Donc j'avais amené ma femme à Bombay et devant Prabhupada, j'ai dit, Prabhupada, les brahmacharis, pendant des années, ils ont critiqué les femmes en disant qu'elles sont moins intelligentes, elles ont une petite cervelle, elles sont plus concupiscentes, des choses comme ça. Est-ce que c'est vrai? And Prabhupada's answer was, you are chanting Hare Krishna and your wife is chanting Hare Krishna. Where is the question of being less intelligent? Et Prabhupada a répondu, tu chantes Hare Krishna et ta femme elle chante Hare Krishna. Où est la question d'être moins intelligent? I remember reading in Chaitanya Charitamrita in Prabhupada's purport, the women in our movement are preaching, therefore they are as good as their brothers. Donc j'avais lu dans le Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhupada qui écrivait, les femmes dans notre mouvement, elles prêchent, elles sont aussi bonnes que leurs frères. Then I said to Srila Prabhupada also, Srila Prabhupada, I understand, listen to this one, all the men here, and women. Srila Prabhupada, I understand that the husband is representative of the spiritual master, and the wife is representative of her husband. Srila Prabhupada, should she do everything I ask? Est-ce que ma femme doit faire tout ce que je dis? Prabhupada said, and you should be so arrogant. Et toi, tu devrais être aussi arrogant que ça. Yeah, because, you know, Prabhupada wrote something. Sometimes he wrote different things about women, you know. Sometimes he said, yeah, the less intelligent. Because if you don't educate them, they're not going to be so intelligent. But it's like, with the soul, we're not the mind, we're not the intelligence. They do the same thing. They preach, they write. So, the Vishala, I was thinking, oh yeah, should my wife do everything I say? You know? Est-ce que tu devrais être aussi arrogant? Should you be so arrogant? Because sometimes we have some men thinking like that in our women, you know. My wife, she should be submissive, you know, and do everything I say. I'm a representative, a spiritual master. No, you know, it's like, we're all servants, you know, right? That's our philosophy. We're all servants. So we have different roles, you know. But, you know, because this thing had created some problems in our movement. I've been around 50 years, you know, and it has discouraged women, obviously some women, and it has discouraged others, you know. Well, it's not for me, you know. They look at women like that. Of course, it's a big topic. I'm not going to get into it too much. And there's lots of good things about women, especially mothers, you know. And women, the inspiration for men. Of course, now we have Vaishnavis, feminine of Vaishnava, doing all kinds of things. You know? And they're not gurus yet. The GBC said it's okay, but so far there's still some fears, let's face it, from some places. But there's lots of Shiksha Guru, you know, women giving guidance, you know. Not long ago we had Devaki, that's it. She gave wonderful seminars and classes. She wrote many interesting books, Krishna conscious books, so you know, it's all there. Je résumerai pour toi. Okay. How to deal with children, Jyotirmayi, French one of the first French disciples. Who knows the Tirmaillet? I was helping her in communication for some time. She did a lot of, she was mainly translating lectures for Prabhupada, inviting all kinds of people in society, professors and priests and bishops to meet Prabhupada. She was always trying to. M. Tirmaillet a beaucoup servi Prabhupada. Elle a invité des gens, des professeurs, prêtres, à rencontrer Prabhupada, avoir des discussions avec lui. One time she invited a famous psychiatrist, and he was waiting at the bottom of the house, and I forgot the detail, but at one point he did not go in, and Prabhupada said, "What is he doing?" She said he thought he was being called to treat a patient. Il pensait qu'il avait été invité pour s'occuper de patient. C'était un psychiatre, un psychiatre. And Prabhupada laughed. He said he didn't understand. He was the patient. Il n'a pas compris que c'était lui qui devait être traité. Yeah, he met Cardinal Danielou, a famous cardinal in France, and they discussed about Christianity, of course, and not killing animals, not eating meat. Thou shalt not kill. Prabhupada, he was often quoting this when he talked to Christians, and thou shalt not kill, Thou shalt not kill, including animals. Ça comprend les animaux. Prabhupada, quand il parlait aux chrétiens, souvent, il amenait ce sujet de la vie. Tu réponds? And yeah, it would change the face of the world if the Christians would stop sending animals. There's a book written, as long, what's his name? An Indian devotee, as long as we'll have slaughterhouses, we'll have wars. Tant qu'il y aura des abattoirs, il y aura des guerres. So, there's a lot to do to convince people. I mean, there's a vegetarian movement, vegan also. But still, I don't know. I don't have the statistics, but it's millions, millions of animals being sent. Millions of cows, veal, le veau, tender. Anyway, so we have a lot to do. Okay, how to deal with children. Srila Prabhupada, Jyotirmaya speaking, Srila Prabhupada liked to receive the devotees in his room upstairs, and very often when the devotees were coming, they were also bringing their children. Donc les dévots, ils amenaient souvent leurs enfants vers Prabhupada. So there were some very nice, sweet exchanges between Prabhupada and the children. The little children would go next to Prabhupada or go under his desk and play with his feet and do some nice little things children do. And Prabhupada was always very sweet and kind with them. And of course, most of the time would give them some prasadam. Donc Prabhupada, il laissait les enfants jouer, ils jouaient avec ses pieds sous son bureau. Prabhupada leur donnait toujours des sucreries. But of course, the biggest thing about children with Prabhupada was his teaching of how to manage the Gurukul. She was in charge of the Gurukul. And because I did the Gurukul for 10 years, I have a lot of experience with Srila Prabhupada and the children. Donc elle dit, parce que je me suis occupée du Gurukul pendant 10 ans, j'ai beaucoup d'expérience avec Prabhupada et les enfants. The thing that was the most important was, one, that devotional activities should never be forced on the children. It should always be presented to them in a way that they like it. Il ne faut jamais forcer les activités spirituelles à porter des enfants. Il faut que tu chantes, Non, ça doit être présenté comme de façon agréable, qu'ils les aiment. And the other was that to use our common sense in dealing with the children. Because so many things were done wrong because of trying to apply a very, very rigid way the principles of Krishna consciousness as they were applied to adults. And this brought a lot of havoc in the Gurukul. Donc non, les dévots essayaient d'appliquer les mêmes règles que pour les adultes, hein, d'enseigner la conscience de Krishna de la même façon aux enfants. Et ça crée beaucoup de problèmes. But Prabhupada, when he saw this problem, he reminded everybody, use your common sense. Utilisez votre bon sens. Unfortunately, sometimes common sense is not the most common. And but you know, she had a special way to teach the children. You know, they were singing all together the mantra, and like with a nice tune, you know, like a pleasant tune, you know. And it was like a game for them, and they were all chanting and happy and dancing. And Prabhupada was very happy to see that. But some devotees thought, yeah, no, it's not the way it should be done, you know. They should all sit like that with the chapamala and be serious, you know. So we can see who won, who Prabhupada really liked it, you know, when because he saw the children were happy chanting, you know. That was the main thing. Not like you cannot ask the same thing of children, not you ask of adult children. So use your common sense. And Prabhupada was always having common sense. So it shouldn't be fanatical, you know, like it's been done like that. Everybody should do it like that all the time. No, you have to adapt, you know. Place, time, circumstance, who you're dealing with. Okay, use some more. Alors ça c'était où Gopa Lasya Priya. Oh, I know the devotees from New Vrindavan in America. This one evening, all the Sankirtan women were allowed to go and have darshan and sit out in the front yard. I can't even remember what he was talking about. But then there was a lull and it was quiet and everyone was just sitting there. And he looked at me and he asked, "Are you all right?" I did not quite think he was talking to me because there was no reason for him to ask me anything like that. He said it a few times. He looked at me again and said, "Are you all right?" Then I finally said, "Are you talking to me?" And he said, "Yes." Such a thin cloth. I got a cloth because she had a thin chador. T'as pas un habit, il faisait froid, hein? It was cold. Have not you got a cloth? Because it was kind of chilly. And most of the devotees had chadors and sweaters and things. He asked if I needed a cloth, and I don't know what I said. Something like, "Well, I had one, but not with me." Then he started talking to Kuradri, who was right next to him. Kuradri was the president, and told him, "You must find out if they have everything they need. The women need to be protected." You know, so you see, Prabhupada was very concerned, you know. He noticed everything, you know. Do they have il faisait froid, il était concerné que les femmes aient des habits chauds. Il demandait, t'as pas quelque chose de plus chaud? Il dit, oui, mais c'est pas avec moi. Donc il a parlé au président, il lui a dit, assure-toi qu'elles aient tout ce qu'il faut. Que les femmes aient tout ce qu'il faut. Qu'elles aient tout ce qu'il leur faut. Elles ont besoin d'être protégées. So Prabhupada was doing it, you know. Not just talking about it. He was very practically concerned. He said, "They will not ask. You must ask them once a month and make sure that they are having everything they need." I remember afterwards afterwards a few of the devotees were crying and feeling like he was so observant and concerned, and he really does care about all of us. Yeah, so Prabhupada was caring about the material and spiritual well-being, you know, not just like with spirit soul, with not this body. He was concerned everybody had everything. That's the role of the leaders, you know. Take care of everybody, especially women, children, elders, sick devotees, all kinds of devotees. Got a big leaders have a big responsibility, you know. Of course, we should all be concerned, you know, not just let them take care. Donc, Prabhupada était concerné, pas seulement matériellement, spirituellement, mais matériellement aussi, que les dévots aient tout ce qu'il leur faut. Okay. Another one, women Prabhupada. One time, Srila Prabhupada was considering Yamuna for a position as governing body commissioner, GBC, you know. And some devotees complained, a woman is not capable of being a GBC. Prabhupada replied, men and women are the same on the spiritual platform. Although Prabhupada suggested this job to Yamuna, she was more inclined to deity worship and singing bhajans, so she declined. Prabhupada treated his female disciples like daughters. They could approach him for advice and stand wherever they wanted in the temple during worship. So you see one more time, you know, now we have some women GBCs, you know, right? Because they're same on the spiritual platform, as Prabhupada said. But there's been some men complaining. Okay, that's the material, what can you do? Especially Yamuna, she was very, very qualified. I mean, she was qualified to be like a guru, you know. She was a Shiksha guru, many disciples, many devotees. Yamuna était très, très qualifiée, mais elle n'a pas voulu être TBC. C'était pas son expertise, elle est experte dans la cuisine, bien entendu. Et l'adoration des murtis, elle a vraiment montré l'exemple et instruit les autres dévotes. Ok, encore un petit peu de temps. 38. Tiens, oui, the French devotee. Adi Shekhar. Who knows Adi Shekhar? Adi Shekhar, one of the first French devotee, Sankirtan leader. Il raconte ça. I was a serious, not so easy, it was a serious, not so easy path. A path of spiritual emancipation. The more I learned, the more I understood it may not be finished in one life. Donc c'était très sérieux comme sentier, l'émancipation spirituelle. Et plus j'en apprenais, plus je comprenais que peut-être je finirais pas tout ça dans une vie. So I asked Prabhupada, if when I leave my body and I'm not a pure devotee, in my next life, is it you who are going to be my spiritual master? Donc il m'a dit, Prabhupada, si j'arrive pas à tout terminer dans cette vie, est-ce que c'est toi qui vas être mon maître spirituel dans ma vie passée? Prabhupada reflected and he said, you don't have to worry. All the arrangements are already made. Every day you are chanting Janme, Janme, Prabhu say. Donc tu n'as pas besoin de t'en faire. Tous les arrangements ont déjà été faits. Chaque jour tu chantes, vie après vie, tu es mon Seigneur. Hein? C'est ce qu'on chante tous les jours. We chant it every day. Janme, Janme, Prabhu say. You are my master, life after life. That was important for me. The relationship with this person is eternal. It's not going to be broken. I tried my utmost all my life, but then if something happens, is he going to be there in the next life? Prabhupada said yes. That was very, very, very important for me. Donc le fait de savoir que Prabhupada sera encore là pour lui dans sa vie suivante, c'était très très important. So when you hear from the mouth of Prabhupada, you know, it's like, wow, there's no more fear about the future. Because it's true, you know, becoming, it's not easy. It's not easy to, we know we have so many anarthas and difficulties in the mind, and we wonder, I mean, the more I go to thinking, well, I'm not qualified to go back to Godhead, you know. But I would like to, but I'm not qualified, you know, because there's a list of qualifications, you know, and you go, ooh, I'm far from that. But we are trying, and the spiritual master is always there. He will be there in one form or another in the future to help us. So it's very encouraging. It's a very nice book. I encourage you to read it, you know. Amarendra Das. A devotee asked Prabhupada, what does it mean to have love for the spiritual master? What does love of the guru mean? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire aimer son gourou? So I was thinking Prabhupada would say you have all these feelings in your heart and you feel this and you feel that, and that's what I was expecting to hear. Donc je m'attendais à ce qu'il dise tu ressens ci, tu ressens ça. Mais Prabhupada said, love for the guru means you have taken initiation. You have made vow to the spiritual master and taken fire sacrifice. You keep your vow, that is love. Voilà, tu gardes les vœux que tu as faits au moment de l'initiation. C'est ça l'amour pour le maître spirituel. When I heard that again, that was one of those statements that Prabhupada would make when all the devotees were just taken completely by surprise. I don't know why they were surprised. So whatever little thing Prabhupada said, you know, it's always a... That's why this book, there's so many books about you know, memories of Prabhupada, what he said, what he did, how he did it, how he said it, you know. It's all very inspiring, even though I never met Prabhupada, personally, you know. But I get so inspired. Also, we have all the movies, also all the recordings. So we're so fortunate, you know. We cannot say we never met Prabhupada. I mean, even some devotees who were initiated by Prabhupada, they didn't have much, you know, interaction with him. You know, so maybe twice, maybe. Huh?
Well, Prabhupada said he lives in his books.
Yeah, he lived in his books. He lived in his instructions. You know, like here. If you love me, follow my instructions. You know, follow your vows. Okay, we're gonna read another one. Prabhupada is kind to everyone, even the animals. 74. Sankadas. During the next day's morning walk, Srila Prabhupada stopped and noticed the new Tulsi garden that I had started. Srila Prabhupada asked how many Tulsis were doing, how the Tulsis were doing. I told Srila Prabhupada that the Tulsi plants were doing fine, but there were spider mites and aphids eating Tulsi leaves. Angrily, Srila Prabhupada yelled at me, saying, "Leave the insects alone. Let them eat as much as they want. Who are you to kill them?" Showing his compassion for all living entities. I experimented with different ways to get rid of the insect without killing them, with great success. So, you know, Prabhupada got angry, you know. He thought, you know, he's killing these ants, eating it, you know, he was thinking, okay, I'm doing a service to Tulsi, you know, they're eating Tulsi plants, holy plant. But Prabhupada didn't say it like that. He said, leave the insect, they're doing what insects do. And how many times do you think of saving some insects, you know? not killing them or smashing them, and yeah, Prabhupada's compassion. Kind to monkeys. Guru Das. One day, a little baby monkey fell through the bars of Radha Damodar temple's upstairs rooms where Srila Prabhupada was living. Screaming from the separation from her baby, the mother monkey was trying to get through the steel bars. Very carefully, Prabhupada picked up the little monkey and with his lotus palm gave the baby back to the thankful mother. After that incident, the mother came to the window every day looking for Prabhupada. That's amazing. Even the monkey could, mother monkey could recognize, this person has compassion for my baby, save my baby, give me my baby back. Ça, c'est Prabhupada. Il y avait un petit saint, un bébé saint qui était tombé à travers une grille, et Prabhupada il l'a pris et il l'a redonné à la mère qui était là-haut. Et tous les jours, la mère venait, elle venait voir s'il n'y avait pas Prabhupada. Elle cherchait Prabhupada. Okay, so let's be kind to insects. We have no monkeys here. The cows, the cats. We have cats. Who feed the cat? Sometimes. Quelqu'un nourrit les chats ici?
Manjari.
Hein?
Manjari. Some cats.
Yeah. I give them some. You know, people in they throw away sometimes some paneer, you know. I go and get it and give it to the cats, you know. And you call Minu, Minu, Minu. It's two cats. You call them Minu, they come right away, they run. Two cats. I know them since they were babies, you know. And they come. Il faut nourrir les chats. Ici, on n'a pas de singe. Nourrir les chats. Demandez qui nourrit les chats. Regardez ce que les gens jettent des prasad. Même du panir, des fois. Ils donnent aux chats. Okay, so we can never tired of hearing about Prabhupada, different aspects of Prabhupada. He never rejected the disciple. I didn't read that one. Never rejected the disciple, even they did crazy things. Never, never. So Prabhupada is special, that's for sure. And we can we read about him to get inspired and follow his example. Right? He may not have initiators, but he's a Jagat Guru, all of us. Okay, anybody's got a special story about Prabhupada? It's nice, you know, to read them and share with your friends, you know. And you know what Prabhupada did? You know what he said?
What's the title of the book?
Huh?
The title of the book?
Well, Care, Personified. I never book, not many of these booklets. And a beautiful photo of Prabhupada, these beautiful photos of Prabhupada. Just looking at his face, full of compassion. And Prabhupada had a good sense of humor too. He was funny as well.
My favorite picture is of Prabhupada when it's cooking in the kitchen. And it's humility, you know, the way he cooks. It's beautiful.
One time he was in LA, Prabhupada, he was taking a morning walk with the devotees, and he said, in a big mansion, one time we have a big house like that for Krishna. Yes, Prabhupada. And one time we'll have a big park with big, beautiful flowers for Krishna. Yes, Prabhupada, Jai. One time, and there was a place, there was a big dog. One time we had a big dog like that for Krishna. Yes, Prabhupada. I said, fool, what do you do with a big dog like that? You know? So, you know, like, yes, Prabhupada. To use discrimination. A big dog. Hare Krishna. Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Hare Hare.
Mataji.
Jai.
Jai. Merci Gaurangi.
J'ai pas tout traduit parce que
Non, mais c'est déjà beaucoup.
un petit peu,
Merci.
peut-être donner une petite idée.